Okay, I decided to switch to vlog style since the video seems like it's going a little bit longer than I initially intended. Girls, inside. Sit. Good girl. So once your dogs know the basics of, going to said location and sitting there in a place, my dogs know a couple different command words. I know that can be a little confusing, but what I essentially mean is my dogs know that if I tell them to sit or place or stay and wait, those are all kind of synonymous of whatever they're doing, they're gonna, stop and sit right there. Obviously, if I want them more specifically to go into like a down position or lay down, I do have a separate command for that. So lay down. Very good, good girl. So Kaya is younger than Nila. She's just a lot bigger, so she looks older, but Nila is almost 2. Kaya's almost 1, so she's still a puppy. I mean, they're both puppies, but they're both rescue pets from the Eva Beach Humane Society. We rescued Nila almost 2 years ago, and Kaya about 6 or so months, or maybe almost 6 months now, I forget, but she'll be almost a year old in June sometime. That's what the estimated birthday is. Both are very good girls, very smart. Nila is toy and play driven, and Kaya is very food motivated. So the one thing I can say about training your dog is that the bond between you and the dog, and that forms by either with food driven situations or play. Nila loves to play with the Frisbee and toys and things like that. So that's how I train her more, also with some treats that she really likes. Doesn't really care for eating her meals as much as this one does. She eats everything and inhales it. So it was pretty easy to figure out that for her, any kind of food treat, definitely her motivation for trying to get her to do what I want her to do. So let's continue on with that by showing some more things that they can do. So I'm gonna tell them to stay in there because I don't want them to come out yet, so stay. That is one of the most important dog training commands I think anyone can have is a good recall by coming here, to come to you, or have them to stay in the place that they are. Because, let's say your dogs get off leash or something happens and they're across the street or wherever you are, you want them to be able to learn the command of sit, stay, or lay down exactly where they are. Stop moving essentially, because something dangerous could be coming, a car, another dog. I think the most important things are a good recall, making sure the dog knows a sit, stay command of, some type of stopping the motion of what they're doing and staying in place where they are. And then being crate trained and leash trained. And of course the list goes on, but for today, I think we're gonna just touch on those. Some of the more advanced commands that you can use to bring your dog to you is obviously come here, here, whatever's. My dogs know a couple commands. They know the words come here and or right side. Shockingly, they didn't do that immediately by hearing it because my dogs are also signal trained because I do some type of hand gesture with some of my commands. So I'll demonstrate that now. Stay. Right side. Dogs know to come to the right side. Sit, sit, good girl. All right, inside. Good girls. Okay, lay down, Kaya, lay down. So this is lay down. Lay down, wait. All right, so with those commands, you can see that they are really good on that. One of the, I guess, most important reasons for having that command of what they're doing right now is if someone comes to your house, the mailman comes, the doorbell rings, you open the front door like this, and there's a cat right there. Sometimes we have a stray cat that comes and visit us. You wanna make sure that they're not gonna just bolt over there because they know the commands that I told them. And I think one thing that I didn't touch on yet is that the command that they've learned, the way dogs learn and are conditioned, they only move linear from one to one or from the last to the next. What I mean by that is they're not gonna stop the command that I've told them to hold essentially until I give them the break word. Obviously the break word can be whatever you want it to be, but for my dogs, they kind of follow a couple different cues of me saying that it's basically all right to move. I didn't want to use the K word because then they're gonna start moving, but watch, I'll say it. Okay. Dogs are very tone, auditory learners. Everything with your tone, intonation is what's really triggering them to understand you. They're not humans, so Kaya. They're not humans, so they don't understand what you and I are talking about when I say, a full sentence or word. They just learn the sound of it and know that with the tone, the intent was either basically a yes or a no. So dogs, if you can dumb it down and think of in a toddler situation of yes and no type of commands and situational understanding, that's gonna make, I think, your training sessions with your dogs at home. So now that the door is open, I see that they're kind of walking around, but they're not really doing what I asked them to do. So let's practice that again. Right side. Come here, right side. That's my laugh, but A for effort. Like I said, Kaya's still a puppy. I don't expect perfection. Nila is how I run that hand. She's trained and good. All right, let's continue on and showing off what you guys can do. All right, right side. Good girl, Kaya. See how quickly she already did that? Good girl. Okay, let's go. All right, so let's go outside and see what they can do. Any of you guys want to play Frisbee? They love their Frisbee. Ooh, good catch. Kaya. Hey. Nila, another one, ready? Go. Kaya. Ready, go. Oh, it's gonna start raining. All right, we gotta go back inside. Come on, girls, let's go. Well, just kidding, it's gonna start raining, so we'll play another time. But sorry, girls, it's raining. I don't wanna get your feet all muddy. Let's go wipe your feet, come on. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how we clean the feet. This is just some paw hand sanitizer for dogs, and then baby wipes. I know it might seem silly to some, but being that our dogs are primarily indoor dogs, I want to make sure their feet are clean, especially since they're in bed with us. All right, Nila, your turn. Good girl. Good job. Your nails are long. I'm gonna cut your nails. All right, well, thanks for watching this small little vlog of how I train my dogs at home. I'm not an official dog trainer by any means, but being a nurse and taking years of psychology, I have a little bit of experience with how to train an animal technically. And I've obviously done my own research and watched other videos probably similar to something like this and found what worked for me, and I'm happy to share that with you guys. So if you found this at all helpful and or entertaining in any way, let me know down in the comments below. Thanks so much for supporting by staying to watch this far. I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any suggestions, recommendations, or want any other type of content like this, or would like to see more like this, again, let me know down below. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Take care. See you next time. Bye.